Finally, Tez.
Welcome to the TezDown. Welcome.
Finally, Tez.
Mic check 1 2. Welcome. Welcome to the TezDown. Party time. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, research, education, and parody. Under this act, fair use is permitted use of copyrighted content that might otherwise infringe on the exclusive rights of copyright holders. The TezDown podcast is a platform for entertainment and education. Edutainment, a blend of education and entertainment, emphasizes content that informs while it entertains. The views expressed in this channel's commentary do not necessarily reflect or represent the views of the hosts, and may not always reflect complete or verified accuracy of information presented. All content, including commentary, analysis, and discussion, falls within the legal parameters of fair use. We make no claims to ownership of any third-party content. This is the TezDown. Sports unscripted, culture unfiltered. Thank you for understanding.
Yeah. Everything I do fire. Drop the best
To this
albums
day.
at 17. I'm home.
To this day.
I'm home. Yeah.
Don't you worry about me. I'm a master of martial arts, and I'm also packing some serious heat.
Change my rap name to lot of bucks. Watch your head, baby, got a duck. Cuz I pulled up in the Audi truck, say upgrade to a Ferrari truck. Everything I do is straight smoke. 5 albums, that's chain smoke. Buy my green like the 8th smoke. About to cruise, Turks and Caicos. In corporate America with my hoodie on. They looking at me like I'm Trayvon. Better watch what you say wrong for your suntan turn spray on.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the TezDown. I am Tez. I am 2-4. And hey, what is this? Don't mind that. Don't mind that at all. We got a show for you guys today. You know what I mean? I'm sure you guys saw the thumbnails. The thumbnails are pretty cool. And we're going to be talking about some people all day today. So that's what we're doing. But here's the thing, guys. I'm here to make sure that you guys are informed about all things sports, all things culture. That includes our daily lives that we live. That includes everything that's going on with a bunch of different sports. I'm not going to talk about even the same sports every day or even the same people. But the one thing that I'm not going to do is I'm not going to sit here and build my channel and have y'all thinking that I need any of these other creators that are doing crazy stuff, talking about each other, to make a channel. I'm not going to do that. As you guys can see from the catalog of things, that I don't focus on them or what they got going on. I'm only worried about me and my people. So if it's not the Ben or RSC or any of the people from there, I don't care. I don't. Y'all can beef with yourselves if y'all want to. For real. I see that there are people that are here early in the morning already. They can beef with themselves. We are going to do. Thanks, Billy. Thanks, Billy. Billy let me know what was going on. Uncle Plug is in the building. What's up, Uncle Plug? Roxy's in the building. What's going on? Nice to see y'all in here. Let's get it cracking for today. The first thing that we got going on today is we're going to open up. We're going to open up with baseball, and then we got politics, and then we got some meat. All right. So let's go. We got We got the World Baseball Classic. We're going to open up with it. If you guys didn't know, the World Baseball Classic is a amalgamation of teams from all over the world that are playing each other. It's very similar to what I do when I play football. For example, in the World Games last year, we played against all of the other countries. And that is what is going on right now with baseball. They're doing theirs. It's called the World Baseball Classic. And that's what's going on. World Baseball Classic. Okay, fine. I'll give it to y'all. So y'all want it. It is the World Baseball. It's the World Baseball Classic. Okay.
Classic.
Where is that coming from? Let's go.
Monday, March 9th. Boy, it seemed like that weekend just flew by, didn't it? Almost like it was 1 hour shorter than usual. Strange. Anyway, it also went quick if, like me, you were glued to the World Baseball Classic. So if you want a refresher on what you watched, or you want to get caught up on what you've missed, I've got you covered. Today, we'll go over 5 takeaways from the Classic so far and get you primed for 7 games on today's schedule. Let's get to it.
What up, Plug?
Our first takeaway from the first batch of World Baseball Classic games is Japan's dominance in the Dome. Not only is Samurai Japan the only team to have won 3 World Baseball Classic titles, but Japan has never even fallen short of the semifinals in any of the 5 previous tournaments. So Pool C was pretty much a formality for Japan, especially with it being held in the familiar comforts of the Tokyo Dome. By the time Japan faced Australia on Sunday, Shohei Ohtani had already done a very Shohei Ohtani thing by hitting a grand slam against Chinese Taipei in the opener.
That's exactly what it's like.
Ohtani lights it up.
What's good, Ray?
It is gone. Ohtani, of course, and the Tokyo Dome is on fire.
Not only that, but Japan had already qualified for the quarterfinals. Maybe that's why Japan appeared to be going through the motions for 6.5 innings against Australia. Their offense was shut down by starter Connor McDonald, and the Aussies had a 1-0 lead that put them on the precipice of one of the greatest upsets in the history of the Classic. But then, in the bottom of the 7th, it was Red Sox slugger Masataka Yoshida coming up with a runner aboard and awakening the Japanese bats and the Tokyo Dome with a game-changing blast.
Yoshida gets into one.
Nuts, right?
Nuts.
Nuts.
And just right.
Let's move it a little bit along. So before I don't want to get cracked for that. So let's go.
Time this morning. If it's still going on while you're listening to this, go ahead and switch over to FS1. I won't be offended. If not, you can head over to MLB.com for all the highlights. Takeaway number 2. So far, so good for Team USA, which took its most loaded roster ever into this WBC and is now 2-0, heading into tonight's big 8 Eastern Time tilt against Mexico in Houston's Daikin Park, where Paul Skeens will be on the mound and on Fox. The Americans breezed through Brazil and, despite a slow start offensively, looked great in a 9-1 win over Great Britain, with Kyle Schwarber cranking out a classic Schwarbomb.
Fly ball, deep right field. That is gone. Way gone. Schwarber. If there ever was a Schwarbomb, this is it.
The big story for Team USA over the weekend was Tarek Skubal. He pitched 3 innings against the Brits and allowed a home run to Nate Eaton, but he found the experience electrifying. And though the plan was for Skubal to make that single start and then return to the Tigers, he admitted to having second thoughts Saturday night, telling reporters, quote, "I didn't expect these types of emotions to run through my brain or my thoughts to differ." So Skubal might pitch for Team USA again. He was still with the team in Houston and discussing the situation with the Tigers and his agent, Scott Boras. So stay tuned. Takeaway number 3, the DR stands for dominant route. The Dominican Republic features 8 position players who received MVP votes last season. But it's one thing to look good on paper and another to outscore opponents 24-4 through 2 games. That's what the DR has done thus far in Miami, defeating Nicaragua on Friday and then run-ruling the Netherlands on Sunday, with Juan Soto calling game in the 7th.
Soto, first pitch swinging, high fly ball, deep right center field. The Dominican Republic wins it.
Soto, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Julio Rodriguez, O'Neal Cruz, and Austin Wells have all gone deep for the Dominican Republic, and young Junior Caminero has gone deep twice.
Yeah.
That lineup is an absolute handful.
Yo, like for real. One of the main things that's so good about this is we get to see what talent that the MLB is looking for. So some of these guys that are performing very well in these situations are probably going to end up in the MLB this year. They're going to get contracts. That happens after every World Baseball Classic, and I absolutely love to see talent that was being overlooked get contracts to play professional baseball in the United States. You know, I love it. I love it. We get to see how far other countries are coming when it comes to sports, and how advanced the world can be and how advanced the world is getting. So yes, I definitely love that. I can't wait to see what they do next. I really can't. I think it's going to be awesome. You know, obviously I love the jerseys. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love the jerseys because, you know, I'm used to that in my jersey, and y'all know how I do. So I ain't got no problem with that at all.
And Israel will try to tame it today at noon Eastern Time on FS1. And not to be overlooked, Venezuela is also 2-0 in pool play in Miami, entering tonight's 7 p.m. Eastern Time game against Nicaragua on FS2. Recent San Francisco Giants signee Luis Arias has been on a tear for Venezuela, going 5 for 8 with 2 homers, 2 doubles, and 7 RBI.
That's
Coming
crazy.
up, we'll have the rest of our WBC takeaways and some news and notes from around MLB. That's after the break.
Let's move past this break. Let's go.
of the Classic in 2023, Cuba is further trying to reclaim its premier baseball standing in this tournament. And after a win over Panama in their opener on Friday, Cuba faced Colombia on Sunday, with Ariel Martinez doing damage right away with 2 aboard in the first inning.
Martinez, high fly ball, deep right, Campero back, warning track, wall, 3-1 Cuba in the first.
Cuba went on to a 7-4 win, and that sets up a fun matchup of 2-0 squads when they face Pool A host Puerto Rico tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Time on FS1. And our final WBC takeaway for now, Italy is espressing itself. Now, it's cute that Team Italy has an espresso machine in its dugout, but it's a lot better story if the Azzurri are actually able to enjoy some celebratory sips. And no problem there. The Italians are 2-0 in Pool B play in Houston after beating Brazil and Great Britain, with team captain Vinny Pasquantino handing out espressos whenever someone hits a home run and then giving the hitter a kiss on both cheeks. Grazie. In the latter win on Sunday, it was a double shot of espresso in the third inning. Brewers prospect Andrew Fisher, to my knowledge, the only...
So there is no age grouping when it comes to the World Baseball Classic. It is your country. Does not matter how old you are. Retired Clayton Kershaw is a part of Team USA for this year's World Baseball Classic. He is retired from the MLB, and he will be done with baseball, but even he is a partner. He is pitching in the World Baseball Classic. Fine. I'll do it. He is pitching in the World Baseball
Classic.
He's not even on the show today, y'all. But it's cool. We like the tag.
Member of Team Italy with a Frank Sinatra tattoo did it his way by tattooing a homer in his first at-bat. And then Angels catching prospect J.J. Dorazio made it back-to-back blasts.
This is another well-hit ball to Captain right center field. Dorazio! That's gone! Back-to-back! Viva Italia! This is a double espresso. I don't know if that machine can kick out another one, but we're going to find out.
Italy has tough tests this week, facing the USA on Tuesday and Mexico on Wednesday. If Italy can beat at least one of those 2 pool favorites, it will have a strong chance to advance out of pool play for a second straight WBC. But of course, that's easier said than done because Mexico is also off to a great start in this tournament, improving to 2-0 by mercy ruling Brazil in a 16-0 romp in 6 innings on Sunday, in which Alejandro Kirk, Jaron Duran, and Alec Thomas all had a big night. Also Sunday, Israel got its first win of the tournament and eliminated Nicaragua with a 5-0 win in Miami. And on a rainy night in San Juan, Panama got its first win by upsetting Canada 4-3 in a game preceded by a national anthem standoff between 2 pitchers named Logan Allen. How can you not be romantic about baseball? It's been a great tournament so far.
Yeah, it's been great. I can't wait to keep watching it. You know, I enjoy baseball, you know, being a baseball player in my past and still loving the sport and showing my support for the team as well with my custom jersey that, you know, y'all know how it goes down. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know how it goes down. Y'all know. Yeah. As you can see, I'm somewhere foreign in this video and enjoying myself and having a great time. Look at that. Superman or something. He's Black Superman something. So let's keep it moving, y'all, to the next point of today. So if you guys aren't aware, you know what I mean? If you guys aren't aware, our government is having lots of issues. And part of the issues is that no one seems to understand who to trust, who to like, who's telling us the truth, who's hiding things, who's taking children from people. All of this stuff is going on. And one of the reasons that we can't find it is because the FBI director won't give us the files without giant black bars all over them. See the black bar at the bottom down of my screen that says Kash versus Cory? We're getting bars like that all over our things. And we're not able to witness or see what's going on with these people. So today, in this part of the TezDown, we are going to see what they're talking about. I think that's the only way that we should do it.
Why are you refusing to answer that simple yes or no question right now?
That rant of false information does not bring this country together. If you want to work on bringing this country, it's my time, not yours.
My God.
If you want to talk about
dividing this country,
it is
I follow you on your social media posts that tear this country apart.
To address your falsehoods.
Oh, you can try all you want
in this country.
to not take responsibility for what you have said. Sir, you're making a mockery of this committee. Sir, you don't tell me my time is over.
You
the
know
people
how far
of New Jersey tell me what my time is. You can't lecture me.
You can tell me my time's over.
You may be the target of the FBI, but I am not afraid of you.
Mr. Chairman.
I'm not afraid of you.
Kash Patel thought he was walking into just another hearing. Sit down, dodge some questions, throw some numbers out, walk away clean. He has done it before. But nobody told him that Senator Cory Booker was done being polite, done being professional, done letting this man sit there and smirk while the FBI gets gutted from the inside. What you are about to watch is not a hearing. It is a man who has had absolutely enough. He'll give my tough later, but first watch this clip.
Mr. Patel, I want to start off where we left off last time. I asked you whether you had any knowledge or discussions about removing FBI officials and installing political personnel before you were confirmed to that position. And I wonder, did you then understand or have conversations with the White House about the intentions to do so?
Before I was confirmed?
Yes.
Did I have discussions with the White House to remove FBI personnel?
Yes.
No.
So you're saying that you had no discussions with the White House before you were in the position about the removal of any personnel from the agency?
As I was preparing for my confirmation hearing, I had numerous discussions involving the type of people that would be employed, and that those that were failing to meet the mark at the FBI would no longer be employed if I were.
And I'm assuming that mark had to do with loyalty to the Trump administration.
No.
Yo, I would absolutely hate to be that Mike, because he talking about Mike like he look, that Mike is taking it. Y'all notice how much spittle, how much Patel is on that mic.
Oh, you're wrong.
Okay. I'd like to revisit another subject from that hearing. Did you testify, you did testify before the grand jury that President Trump had declassified the documents at issue in the Mar-a-Lago classified documents case. Is that correct?
I don't have the grand jury transcript. That's why I released it. Whatever it says is the best evidence.
That's what you said to Senator Whitehouse, that your grand jury testimony was publicly released. It has not been. In fact, in July, a court denied a news outlet's bid to get that transcript. But the court said quite clearly that you are free to discuss your grand jury testimony. So I ask you again, did you testify before the grand jury that President Trump declassified the documents at issue in the Mar-a-Lago classified document case?
And that is why I took your invitation to work with the department and the court to have that transcript released. And the transcript is the best evidence of what I said then.
So you're saying right now this committee can have access to what you said before the grand jury?
To whatever was released. Under my understanding, Senator, that the Department of Justice...
You and I both understand the law. Let me finish. I understand under Rule 6 of the Federal Rules of Procedure, a grand jury witness...
Yo, nobody, these are people who were, one, elected and two, confirmed. One of them runs the FBI. The other one runs part of his state. Nobody better ever tell me about conversation etiquette again. They are in front of 325 million Americans, as well as internationally syndicated conferences all over the world that are being broadcast out on YouTube. And you're telling me that my style of communication is a problem because I don't take no shit from nobody? What? Y'all can't be serious. I'm going to do and say whatever I want, whenever I want, and how many times. And there's nothing that no one can do about it. Nothing at all. And the whole time, all that's going on is all they think and all everybody hears is
blah, blah, gay sex, blah, blah, Congress.
Every time they start talking. Okay, let's just let them finish.
In this case, you, is not barred from sharing their grand jury testimony. This is an oversight hearing. This is germane to your integrity and credibility. You know right now whether or not you testified that President Trump declassified the documents at issue in the Mar-a-Lago classified documents case. Why are you refusing to answer that simple yes or no question right now?
Because the premise of your question is inaccurate, and
there is no premise to my question, but trying to get to an order of what is truth or not.
How do you know what was asked in the grand jury if you weren't there?
Mr. Patel, this is a mockery you're making of this hearing and simple questions.
It's a simple question. If you have
Mr. Patel, during your nomination hearing, you promised that, quote, all FBI employees will be protected against political retribution. When I asked you, are you aware of any plans or discussions to punish in any way, including termination, FBI agents or personnel associated with the Trump administration, you explicitly said under oath that you were not aware of any plans to punish FBI agents associated with criminal investigations of Donald Trump. I don't believe you were truthful. Firing FBI employees based solely on the cases that they are investigating, their case assignments, is illegal, and you know that. A new lawsuit that's been discussed numerous times, filed by 3 FBI officials, alleges that you carried out Donald Trump's campaign of retribution, in quotes, against FBI employees for, quote, failure to demonstrate sufficient political loyalty. One of those plaintiffs has been discussed today, Brian Driscoll. Now, we know 20 years of distinguished service to the FBI before you terminated him. Special agent in charge of FBI's Newark field office, where he operated with distinction. Medal of Valor winner, Shield of Bravery awards. He's a patriot. You terminated Driscoll via a letter dated October 8th, 2025. And in that letter, you said that you were firing him pursuant to Article 2 of the Constitution.
Damn,
well,
Jimmy,
you're not the president of the United States. And so I'm wondering under what authority you were allowed to terminate him.
That matter is under litigation, and I'm not able to discuss it.
Okay, well, discuss this. Did you have discussions with Stephen Miller about firing this particular person or about his continuance in the FBI?
Not that I recall.
How often do you speak to Stephen Miller?
Frequently on our Homeland Security task forces.
You frequently discuss with Stephen Miller about subjects other than Homeland Security task force issues, correct?
I frequently talk to Mr. Miller about Homeland Security task forces.
Has Stephen Miller ever given you his opinions on how to run your agency?
Mr. Miller's interagency operations are invaluable to the FBI. That's what we talk about.
So you frequently discuss your job and your responsibilities with Stephen Miller and Pam Bondi, I imagine, as well.
Absolutely. She's the Attorney General.
Understood. Okay. Donald Trump promised to make us all safer. You have pushed out senior FBI agents with decades of knowledge and experience. In fact, this is the first time in FBI history that neither the director nor the deputy director have any experience with the FBI. You've shifted the agency's priorities primarily to pursuing Donald Trump's immigration enforcement agenda. According to ICE data, the Cato Institute, which is a conservative think tank, found that 20% of all agents have been diverted from their work to assist ICE immigration enforcement. 20%. Part of this operation is the work of mass law enforcement who jump out of cars, snatch people off streets at churches, schools, and their jobs and hospitals. Have there been any FBI agents who investigate crimes against children that have been assigned to immigration enforcement, yes or no?
The premise of what you say is entirely
Have there been
false.
any FBI agents who investigate foreign domestic terrorism?
You don't get to say the America is not safer under this leadership.
I am not saying
America
that.
is safer because of the work of the FBI.
You're making a presumption of premise.
4,700 children.
Sir,
we have seized 6,000 weapons and 23,000 violent felons have been
FBI
arrested.
agents who investigate human trafficking have been reassigned to immigration enforcement. You are not denying that FBI agents who are on the task force that fight against Russian oligarchs have not been reassigned. Public Correction Squad reassigned. People who defend us, defend children reassigned. You're not denying that. I've seen time and time again attack my colleagues' premises of questions as a way to not answer the question. So let me end with this. I believe you have made our country weaker and less safe. I believe that we are more vulnerable to a major event, and I pray to God it doesn't happen. You've gutted the Bureau of Institutional Knowledge and Expertise. You fired or pushed out seasoned FBI officials, many with more than 20 years of experience, and were working on cases that were critical. You've been purging thousands of serious law enforcement officials who spent their careers keeping us safe, only to lower hiring standards in order to find anyone to replace them. And shockingly, you admitted in this hearing to Senator Coons that it would take 14 years to fill the vacancies at your agency. Many are the result of your purge. 20% of FBI agents are doing low-level immigration enforcement instead of their mission-critical work. You've disbanded entire task forces that stop election interference, foreign influence, public corruption. And who benefits from this? Well, corrupt people benefit from it. Criminals benefit from it. Vladimir Putin benefits from it. And it really makes me wonder who you're looking out for. It makes me think we can't trust you as a nation. You swear to release the Epstein files, but now you're withholding the Epstein files. You claim that you have a suspect in a serious assassination. Whoops, then you don't have a suspect. You know nothing about plans to remove FBI agents, yet you're directly involved in those plans. In the words of an ex-FBI official, you are overseeing, and I quote, generational destruction of the nation's premier law enforcement agency. Mr. Patel, in just 8 months, you have assaulted the institutional integrity of the FBI. But I know FBI field agents. I've worked with them in Newark. No matter how truly bad you are, you can't undermine the legacy of agents who fight every day to keep us safe, but you can tarnish the integrity of the agency and undermine the agency's capacity. I believe you're failing as a leader, and that your failure does have serious implications for the safety and security of Americans and our families. We're more vulnerable to domestic and foreign attack because of your failures of leadership. I don't think you're the hero, but here's the thing, Mr. Patel. I think you're not going to be around long. I think this might be your last oversight hearing. Because as much as you supplicate yourself to the will of Donald Trump and not the Constitution of the United States of America, Donald Trump has shown us in his first term and in this term, he is not loyal to people like you. He will cut you loose. This may be the last time I have a hearing with you because I don't think you're long for your job. But I'm going to tell you this. I pray for you. I pray for you that you can step up and defend your oath, defend the Constitution, and do a much better job of defending this country. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Do you want to say anything?
Yes, sir. That rant of false information does not bring this country together. If you want to work on bringing this country, it's my time, not yours.
My God.
If you want to talk about
fighting this country,
it is my time.
On your social media
It is my time to address your falsehoods.
You can try all you want
in this country.
to not take responsibility for what you have said. Sir, you're making a mockery of this committee. Sir, you don't tell me my time is over. The people of New Jersey tell me what my time is. You can't lecture me.
You can tell me my time is over.
You may be the charge of the FBI, but I am not afraid of you.
Mr. Chairman.
Not afraid of you.
Mr. Chairman.
Hey, I need to reclaim my time. Y'all sitting there arguing like y'all not getting paid to do this. You came here knowing they was coming at you today. You came here knowing he was coming at you today. And neither one of y'all decided that y'all was going to have any decorum about y'all, knowing that the rest of the world is watching. Okay, everybody just want to beat their chest and be gorillas and walk them down and stomp them down, and everybody want to get mad at me for defending my territory when all I want is to protect my home. All I want is to make sure that my people are okay. That's all I want. I mean, come on now.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not. This is crazy.
Point of order. Senator Booker, I announced at the beginning of this meeting that this back and forth talking over each other doesn't work. And I said, if that happened, I asked Patel not to respond, and I was going to give him some time after the senator's time was up to respond. And he has the privilege to do that uninterrupted.
Mr. Chairman, one point of order.
Go ahead, Mr.
I've watched him talk over us, and you've never once criticized him for us not even being able to get our questions out.
Well,
Senator Cory Booker looked the FBI director dead in his face and said those 5 words. And Kash Patel had absolutely nothing. No comeback, no denial, just a man sitting there realizing that his title and Trump's name behind him does not make him untouchable in that room. And then there is Stephen Miller. Kash Patel admitted on camera that he talks to Stephen Miller frequently, not just about Homeland Security, frequently about his job, about his decisions, about who stays and who goes at the FBI. The man running the FBI is taking instructions from a White House political operative about how to run the nation's premier law enforcement agency. And he said it out loud, under oath, like it was completely normal. Booker said something at the end that you need to hear again. He said, I think you are not going to be around long. And after watching what happened to Kristi Noem, after watching Trump throw away people the moment they stop being useful, that is not an insult. That is a prophecy. Kash Patel is running the FBI like a personal loyalty test for Donald Trump. And the moment he fails that test, Trump will do to him exactly what he did to everyone else. Drop him without a second thought. And 14 years of institutional damage will be left behind for someone else to clean up, if there is anything left to clean.
Come home from jail. He said, you're fired. Oh, y'all getting this one early. Nope. No, you not. Y'all not getting that one early. That is the last segment of the day. We're not even at the last segment yet. So, I mean, look, from what we saw, Cory Booker and Kash Patel going at it. We know that late last week, President Trump decided he's going to fire Kristi Noem. We call her Krusty the Clown, the Gnome, and that's just the way that it is. She has been reassigned to another position. She is no longer the head of DHS. No longer the head of DHS. We covered that already in the show the other day. If you guys didn't catch it, go back to our Friday or our Thursday episodes and make sure you guys check that out. I believe that was Friday morning. But again, I don't think Kash Patel is going to last. He might be the last one standing as far as the original hires that president or the original appointees and confirmations. But between him, Kavanaugh, Hegseth, these people are not very good at their jobs, and we're starting to see that being unqualified for your job doesn't do you any favors when a country is at war. It doesn't do you any favors with a country that has so much internal turmoil, especially on a demographic level, that the people are restless. So even a firing like the one they did for Kristi is not enough. So what's going to happen next? I don't know. Maybe more insurrection. Maybe, I don't know, a resurrection. Who knows at this point? We don't know what's going on with Epstein. You have a mortician telling us that Epstein is probably not really dead because that doesn't even look like his body, or the way that they said he died is unnatural and unnormal for a dead body, which we did say that live. I mean, you guys can go check it out. She is a mortician. She is on YouTube. You can just type it in. She's a blonde lady. You know, she seems to know what she's talking about, and she's pretty reputable as far as these types of things go. And there's a lot of crazy stuff going on. Jim Carrey don't even look like Jim Carrey no more. I mean, as y'all are well aware of, the government is a mess. Is it all a game to everybody? Is everything a game? That's what I want to know. But you know, we're gonna cap that because we definitely gave them enough time for today, and I'm gonna take time for this. And I just got to make sure that I'm doing my due diligence, as dude said it on the line, or due diligence. Yeah, due diligence. To make sure we sign our due diligence, and we're gonna go on to the next section of the day. And now we're gonna get to some culture, guys. Let's get to some culture. You know, there are some people that seem to have a whole lot of problems with people being less than amazing or less than perfect, or people just not being superstars all the time. And apparently, if you're not a superstar, then no one cares about you anymore. Why is that? Why is that the thing? Because the last time I checked, there are way less superstars than people. There are way less superstars than average people, especially, and there are way less average people than people who are horrible. So again, we have such a problem with people being average or people being normal, which I don't get that. But as soon as somebody is extraordinary, as soon as somebody is great, we ostracize them. I'm not really getting it here. And that brings us in to the main portion of the show today, and we can talk about it because it's titled Royally Entitled. As always, at the bottom, you guys can skip the super chat as we are not eligible for it yet. With the hashtag Tezzy Shay and Zelle is down there, as well as all of my socials. I'm not that hard to find. If you want to speak to me, it's pretty easy. You don't have to make a video about it. You can just speak to me and I'll talk. I have no problem answering a DM. I have no problem answering a message. Or if you're one of those people who spends their entire day worried about other people, you might have my phone number, or you might have reached out to an ex of mine and gotten it from them, or paid them $500 because everybody's hurting. They'll do anything for money these days, allegedly. You know what I'm saying? We already did the disclaimer. And because we already did the disclaimer, I can pretty much do and say whatever I want, which is what I was going to do anyway. If you guys know me, that's what I always do. So nobody can blame me for that. But there you go. What we got in here? We got, Lauren the Mortician. In Too Deep knows who I'm talking about. That's exactly who it is. Lauren the Mortician. In Too Deep said the AI report. Yeah, Billy said closer. Yeah, exactly, Billy. It's the opposite with me. We don't do the fan thing around here. Hey, I don't mind you. I don't mind it. I don't mind fans, man. I do like having them. Ray said, are politicians among the worst people in the world? They are. I don't think there's any doubt about that. They are some of the worst people in the world. I'm not saying that all of them are horrible. I'm just saying that most of them are horrible. And I don't think anybody's going to, fight me on that. I don't think anybody on any side is going to fight me on that. Just in case you guys didn't know, I don't like red. I don't like blue when it comes to politics. I don't like either one of them. Green, I'm not a fan of that either because green is now MAGA. And once again, everybody wants to click up all the time so they can do more damage. I totally understand it, but it just means you don't stand very strongly on your own, which, again, you can stand strongly on your own with no issues whatsoever. All you got to do is believe in your smell. I'm pretty sure that I'm good. Let's move into our section of the day.
Pisses me off more than when a man that looks like the shit on the bottom of my shoe is like, hey, can I take you out?
And that's what I mean by delusion. That's what I mean by delusion. That's why a lot of you are still single. That's why y'all be getting cheated on. Because you refuse this guy who asked you out properly because he ain't that cute. Yeah, you're gonna go out with the fucking bum who probably has like a six-pack, got no fucking job, ends up cheating on you. Then you complain that all men is shit, right?
So I want to start off by saying my content isn't about hating men because I don't even personally hate men. It's just really more so about women being realistic when it comes to dealing with men because it's not a Disney movie outside. I can say the young lady saying that whatever man approached her looking like the scum on the bottom of her shoe was rude. But everything the other girl said afterwards, I 100% do not agree with. I hate the narrative that incels throw around and pick-me's throw around as far as like saying that men that you deem unattractive, I'm not even going to say ugly men in general, men that you deem unattractive will be nicer to you than men that actually look good. Because if that isn't a lie, I don't know what else is. And on top of that, it's an insult to the men that aren't attractive. But they don't care because they want to get picked. So they don't mind being insulted in the process. Like, they're literally saying you have nothing to lose because you're unattractive. Like, and you take that as it's fine as long as I get. But that's strange. Just because a man asked you out properly doesn't mean you have to accept. So I don't know how she was trying to flip it and make it seem like, oh, he approached you properly, but the man that you really want with the six-pack is probably a bum. You imagine things just like the incels imagine things. Like, why is your mind jumping to that conclusion?
Is that true?
Saying that the fine man who isn't even a thing in this story would be a bum. Do you know that? You couldn't know that because he doesn't exist. Not in this story. Like, pick-me's and incels will really go out of their way to make up a whole thing in their head to explain how a woman is single when you don't have to accept whatever's thrown to you. Just because someone asks you nicely doesn't mean you have to accept. And if you have low standards, that's fine, but keep them to yourself.
Ooh.
You should be what you're asking for, but the bottom line is, if you do keep yourself up with, you know, maintenance and, you know, you have a good paying job and all this other stuff, like you're not a bum yourself, then you don't have to accept somebody that, you know, doesn't keep themselves up as much as you do. Like, that's your right. I don't understand why they try to villainize women for wanting, you know, better for themselves in general. Like, they really want you to just pick whatever is thrown at you. And, you know,
Let me tell you something.
Nothing pisses me off more than when a man
up with, you know, maintenance and, you know, you have a good paying job and all this other stuff, like you're not a bum yourself, then you don't have to accept somebody that, you know, doesn't keep themselves up as much as you do. Like, that's your right. I don't understand why they try to villainize women for wanting, you know, better for themselves in general. Like, they really want you to just pick whatever is thrown at you. And no, thank you.
Yo, so I mean, let's hit the chat on this before we say anything. Sonny, once again, what's up, Sonny? What's up? What's up? In too deep. I'm gonna say that again. Politicians often bend the truth rather than lying outright. This allows them to create wiggle room to maintain a self-image of honesty while still maintaining public perception. This is true. Sonny, what's up? In too deep said, if men said these things, women are saying men would be canceled. Yeah, they would. Once again, before we even get going, happy International Women's Day yesterday to all of the women that are women. Enough said. Grace has said, amend the Constitution that makes lying as an elected or appointed public official a federal crime. See, here's the thing about that, though. Sometimes I think that lying is necessary, but at the same time, it's about what? It's the context of the lie that creates the issue when it comes down to it. Like, if there's a direct question or answer about the American public, obviously nobody wants someone lying to them about that. Classic said, she doesn't listen well. Men have always told women to deal with a man who values you and is overtly intentional about you. Typically, this is a man who isn't the first to catch your eye. Yes, it's the same on the other side. Usually the first woman to catch your eye is probably not the one that's going to treat you the best. That's just how it goes, guys. Don't shoot the messenger today. That's just how it goes. Thank you for that
classic.
Classic Co says she translated it into ugly men will behave better. Women who don't listen speak a certain language. Ugly men will not behave better because beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and that's something that I don't think that was necessarily presented here. You know what I mean? Like, you can have a six-pack and be a good guy. You can have bulging muscles and be a good guy. You can be nice in the face and still be a good guy. You can be a generally attractive and well-kept man who smells pretty damn good and still be a good guy. You can be all of those things. This woman needs to spare all of us of the experience of her. I can't disagree. I don't think that you know, anything that's going on with her is good for me. Probably not good for you, and probably not good for anybody else either. While we're talking about it. He said, spare us and set us free. Set us free? Oh, man, you gonna do that to me right now? All right, fine.
I'm only gonna do this once. Classic! Lord God, anything attached to me that could be holding me down and keeping me from my ascension. I pray that you detach that from me.
All right, y'all got to pay for the rest. Let's go. Let's go. So I'm gonna give you guys the synopsis here. Okay, let's just bring her back up while we're at it. I'm gonna give you guys a synopsis here. Right, you see, there are certain logistical issues with a lot of things that were said here into this. They said, I am a free agent and on 90-day contract. All right, in too deep. I feel you. You know, there are logistical problems here. You know, one of the main issues that I'm starting to see is that average people who are extremely average, if we're being honest, extremely average, if we're being honest, are having issues with other people who are just living their lives, who are just average, who just have a job, who just have a car, who live in an apartment, who wears okay shoes or great shoes, but only has a pair. He clean, but he ain't the cleanest. He fly, but he ain't the flyest. He a champ, but he ain't the biggest champ. He won a title, but he ain't Jordan. These are all the problems that we have. Comparison is the thief of joy, everyone. Regardless of whether you want to believe that or not, comparison is a thief of joy. You can't be happy with what you have because you're worried about what they got. You can't be happy with how well you've done because you're not doing it like them. That doesn't make any sense to somebody like me. It doesn't, because I care about me. I worry about me. I worry about what I'm doing. And I try to make sure that what I'm doing is good enough for guess who? Me. Well, that's self-centered. How? How is it self-centered to worry about your damn self? How is it self-centered to say, I like what likes me, and I get to pick from what likes me to choose what I'm going to do with the rest of my life? I don't have to accept everybody that talks to me, and neither do you. Miss Lady, neither do you. You don't have to accept everybody that talks to you. I don't know how anyone decided that that was what they heard when they heard men say, just pick from the guys who like you. Guess what? If you have 50 guys that like you, there's got to be one guy that pleases you aesthetically in that 50. And let me tell you, if there isn't, and this goes to male and female, if what you are attracting, you are not attracted to, then it may be time for you to change 3 things. People, the people that you affiliate with, the places that you go, and the things that you do. That's people, places, and things. That's the key to changing just about anything that involves other human beings in your entire life. You change your people, you change your places, and you change your things. And if you do those things, something in your life will change. And just maybe you might attract what you actually want. And not just what wants you. But I'm going to tell you, there is a huge, undeniable benefit to liking that people like you. When there's less effort put into making someone like you, the interactions are more genuine. They taste better. If you know what I'm saying, the glory is there. It just feels wonderful. Like it's so hard to explain, but
don't you want to live the taste of the glory? See what it tastes like.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. And that's just something. Just take it from somebody who loves being alive each and every day. I go outside and it's my birthday. I open my eyes and it's my birthday. It's Christmas. It's New Year. It's Thanksgiving. It's every best day of the year, every day. And that's just because I enjoy my life. I enjoy being alive. I get to talk to people every day right here in front of y'all, to y'all, with y'all. There's a whole community here right now. There's a whole community here right now. Let's hit some of this comment. Let's talk about our community a little bit. Ray said, can we judge a person's mental space by their physical appearance with accuracy, though? And if a woman is only on that spectrum, is she worth the ride? I'm going to answer a couple questions here. And I'm going to be as, what can I say about this? I'm going to be as introspective as possible. Question number 1, can we judge a person's mental space by their physical appearance with accuracy? Absolutely not. I told you guys a story about a man that I met in Hawaii that was essentially homeless. He lived on the beach, but the beach was his home. He doesn't owe the beach any money. He doesn't owe anybody any money for living on the beach. It's 80 degrees every single day. And if he wants to get out of the rain, he walks across the street and sits at an open air table that's covered. And nobody bothers them when they do it. I witnessed this with my own eyes. This was not I was walking down the street, it started raining. Guess where he went? Right under there, chilled. Nobody bothered his stuff. He had food. He was good. I asked him how long he'd been here. He'd be like, 30 years. Been living on the beach for 30 years. That's an insane statistic, isn't it? You've been living on the beach for 30 years. What we got next? Next question. If a woman is only that on the spectrum, is she worth the ride? I can't tell someone else what is worth for them. I can't tell you if if going to train in the gym is worth it. What I can tell you is that if you have an issue with somebody and you train in the gym, you might just tell them to show up. And I don't have a problem with that. If put the 16s on, let's do it. But 9 times out of 10, what happens when you deal with somebody like this is you start listening to them talk, and then you decide you don't want to be a part of it anymore. And I don't blame anybody for not wanting to be a part of it anymore. So if it's worth it to you to date someone or to see someone who's already causing you anguish before you guys even make it to the bedroom, which is supposed to be the place for the release, if they make it to where you don't even want to go there with them, then no, you probably shouldn't be trying to ride the situation out. I don't care what they look like. It doesn't matter. Just tell them like I tell them.
Get out of here. Get out of here, man.
And it's easier that way. So on to the next one. Racehead, facts. I asked that from the jump. Yes, you ask yourself all of these questions from the jump. Is it even worth it? Obviously not to some people. Passport Skull said, what's up, Sonny? Roxy said, facts. Passport Skull said, what's up? Said, what's up, what's up, Skull? What's going on? So, I mean, before we even have to go too far on this thing and, you know, how this looks, I just want to, you know, I want to ask a question to my chat. If someone is, let's just say that we're going to give them a 5 or a 6 on the looks scale. They might be a little bit overweight. They might be a little bit too short, but they got everything else that you want. They got everything else that you want. I'm not even going to name attributes because everybody wants different things. I think we forgot that along the line, that we're allowed to like different things than each other. But hey, I don't need somebody to approve what I like, and I don't need somebody else's approval on them either. I don't need either one of those things. Like, I'm not going to go tell my homie, I'm not going to be like, hey, homie, look at this girl real quick. You think she's good enough for me? Why would I do something like that? Does she look good enough for me? No, I'm advertising her to him. That doesn't make any sense. Why am I advertising a woman that I'm interested in to another guy? Well, yes, what is this, high school? Where do they do that at? Do people still do that? If y'all still do that, y'all need to grow the fuck up. I'll tell you that right now. If you still do that, you need to grow up. Grow some balls. Let them drop. Let them hang. You know what I'm saying? Get into a fight. Do something. Get angry about something. I don't know. Make somebody mad. You'll find out real fast that because you didn't win and sought that person's approval over somebody else, that she's probably going to be looking at him now because he approves of her more than you do. You couldn't make that decision on your own, bro. You could do that yourself. You know, I see a lot of this going on in spaces, you know, where people are worried about somebody else's approval of somebody that they like. I don't care if you like who I like. I like them. Mind your own damn business. I don't need your opinions. I like them. If I'm messing up, I'm messing up, but I like them. If I asked you for your opinion, that's different. But 9 times out of 10, I'm not asking your opinion for them. I'm asking your opinion for me. This is how this person's treating me, or this person said this, and I couldn't quite make sense of it. What do you think about this? That's what I'm asking. I'm not asking if you think that she looks good enough. I'm not. Because I guarantee you that nobody's going to ask me if they think a guy looks good enough for them. They better not ask me that question, knowing damn well I'm not looking. Respect my pronouns, or whatever they call them today. What'd she say? What'd she say about me? I'm he, him. I'm Tez. My pronouns are Tez and Tez. And you can say him, he, king, junior, say whatever. Twofold. But don't play games with me. Do not play games with me, because I am not a game playing person in that way at all. I'm not going to play games with you. I'm going to keep it 100. All gas, no brakes with it. I need to put that on my soundboard. I need to put one of those on my soundboard. So I got that, but I'm not going to do it today. Sonny in the building. Into Deep said, I am past the looks department. 4s and 5s tends to be less of a headache. Besides, I am a strong 5, so it's what works for me. Hey, Into Deep, you got to believe in yourself. Hey, if that's all you need, that's all you need. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You ain't got to justify it to me, bro, or anybody else. More power to you, brother, for knowing exactly what you need and exactly what you want, and choosing in front of the entire world to deal with less of a headache, in your opinion. Ain't nothing wrong with that. He said, now, if I see my brother in his inequities, hey, if y'all got the type of relationship where you can pull him up, then pull him up. But if somebody try to tell me about some lady, I'm like, do you want her? Let me handle my business, bro. Let me handle my business. You know what I mean? Like, what you got a problem with her anyway for?
I was referring to fighting a man. I don't fight people with the fallopian tubes, okay?
You know what I'm saying? I that's just how it's happening.
Indeed.
Yeah, we're gonna laugh it off. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna play that way. But as far as like what I got going on there, nope. No can do. No can do. No can do. Get you somebody that you like, get somebody that likes you, and then move on. Guys, we are moving at a rate of speed today because we are just so on fire for what we have to do. That's my heart in my chest right now. So you know what that means? It's time for us to do what we do. It's almost 1:30 in the afternoon. Some of y'all are at work, some of y'all are at your desk, some of y'all are driving. It's time to get a TezDown stretch down. Let's go. Stretch break, y'all. Yeah, it's one of my favorite times of the day. You get this stretch break. Right. I'm rolling my shoulders. I don't know about y'all. I'm rolling my shoulders. Give me these shoulders feels. It's time to, you know, walk one down. Kash Patel. Let's go. Get in. To the left. And woo! Oh, yeah. Y'all can see it. It's good to be limber. Get your blood pumping the right way. Yeah. I don't know about y'all, but I needed that. I need that each and every single day. Ray says, shout out Chi-Town. Chi-Town is shouting back. What's happening? I appreciate you. I appreciate you. He said, right on fucking dime, bro. You already know. You already know. You already know. That's how we get down. That's how we get down. That's what we got to do it. Right, boys? Right, boys?
Classic.
I think that one might be sticking around for a while. I think that one might be sticking around for a while. Every time he come up and say something, I'm going to use his tag because it's there. If y'all provide me with a tag for y'all, I'll use it. I'll use it. Hey, can I get my ones up, though? Somebody put some ones in the air for me. I don't see none in the chat. I don't see none in the chat. Y'all know how I do it. Y'all know how I do it. We put the ones in the air. We put the ones in the air. I need my ones. I need them. Where they at? Y'all over here disappointing me a little bit. Yeah, I mean, that works. That works. I tell them put my ones up. Put my ones up. Put my ones up. You know. Where is that image at? I'm gonna show y'all on the screen. Let's see if we got it. Let's see if we got it. Do we have it? Do we have the footage? Do we keep the files? We might have kept the files, y'all. We might have kept the files. Let's see if we did. I hope we did. Shoot. We done did so much. Let's see if we kept the files. Yeah. Yeah. Y'all got me on here doing it. Got my one in the ear. Put my ones up for me. Put my ones up for me. We did talk about that earlier. We did talk about this a little bit earlier. Just that. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for putting my ones in the air. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. We the ones. We the ones. Even though we took second place, we lost the classic in the fantasy football season. We will be coming back, trying to get back in there because we had a great time. If y'all not a part of Chat 333, y'all could go on our Discord channel and tap in with the Raw Society Coalition on the Discord channel. If you guys aren't familiar with the Raw Society Coalition, hey, don't go nowhere. We're not even close to being over. I got a whole segment left. I'm just letting y'all know this stuff early, so I ain't got to do it at the end. I got a whole segment left. You know what I'm saying? This is the Raw Society Coalition channel. You guys can take a screenshot of that. Classic did win the Chat 333 league. He did. He is the champ this season. I am a paltry number 2 in this one. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead and get get in with the Raw Society Coalition. I do have a video for y'all later on some Raw Society Coalition stuff. It's a Raw Society Coalition business. But, you know, me and the dogs, we had a good time playing. You know, I had a good time doing my thing over there in Greece, bringing back a title to the United States of America. You know, I had a really good time with everybody that was that came and had a good time. And I really do appreciate the way that everybody treats me while we're doing this. Like I said, put my ones up in the air. Put it up in the air. Put it up in the air. Yeah, we get 2-4 in here. What was the prize? Money. Oh, what are you talking about? Money. Money was the prize. Money was the prize. You know what I'm saying? And that league always pays very well. So always. So join the Raw Society Coalition Discord channel. If you guys aren't in the Discord channel, I'll drop the link for the Discord channel. We are going to be getting very active on Discord as things have been moving and progressing on Discord, and we're getting new people in there all the time. And I really just want to make sure that we can get as many people active over there as possible. You guys need to start checking that out more often. You know, he said, what position do I play? I am a running back. I'm a running back. Yes, I am. And I'm having a good time being a running back. You know, I don't think that anything outside of being that. Like, I had a good time playing defense too, but there's just something about running down somebody's throat that makes me so happy. You know what I'm saying? There's something about it. It's just, I don't know what it is, man, but I just run down people's throats and it's just great. Feels real good. Gets the people going. You know what I'm saying? It makes me pretty happy. Makes me pretty happy. Like I said, you know, being a champ, great. Being the champ is great. You know, I love being the champ. I love continuing to practice my craft and hone my skill in this way as I continue to age, and, you know, to not feel like I'm aging, because I've been keeping my body straight, keeping my body in good condition. You know, there's a video here. Shoot, I ain't about to play none of that right now. We got this.
But boots, 2 asses. Where are my ones at?
Where my ones at?
Yeah, put my ones up. Everybody in here is a number 1. Ain't nobody in number 2. We do not have to worry about what they are doing or what anybody else is doing. All we got to worry about is what we're doing.
All we got to worry about is what we're doing. We the ones. Chat 333. I guess we got a new one now. What's it called? The War Room, TWRs. Look, Raw Society Coalition, Classic Codes, TezDown, Conversations with Soft Brain, Uncle Plug TV. Y'all need to go ahead and check in. And if you want more politics, you can always check in with the Ben Podcast and my brothers over there. So y'all can go ahead and do all of those things and make us a little bit happier. You know what I'm saying? Make everybody smile a little bit brighter just because we got more people in there doing more people things. Y'all can go ahead and do that. But until then, we will continue and we will persist. And the rest of he said, you built like that. Yeah, thank you. Tez is a halfback. Yes, I am. I am one of the last true halfbacks on earth, and probably the best halfback that is not currently signed to an NFL team. I had my time. It was great. It was fun. I'm still the champ. I'm still baddest motherfucker in the world. One of the coldest niggas of all time. Why y'all making me do this? Why y'all this is your fault. This is not my fault. This is your fault for making me do this today. Y'all did this. You earned it. Here you go. Cheers. Cheers, big ears. There we go. He said, y'all need to, yeah, go ahead. Check out this Discord. Y'all need to go ahead and get on there as In Too Deep is instructing you. He said, you built like that. Thank you. I like to keep it nice and strong. Paul's Classic said, Passport said the running back, y'all, and my PD voice. Y'all remember the Titans? Hey, Passport Skull was out there. Yeah, give me them ones. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. He said that chick was talking straight out her forehead about your self-esteem. Right? What you gonna do? Bring me down? No. Many tried. Many failed. Some died. It's just how it works. You like it, even if it's our fault. I do. I enjoy it. I enjoy it a lot. I will lean in to any problems. I mean, I don't know. Should I continue? Yeah, you guys did it to me. I mean, you just a Hall of Famer. You just a multiple time world champion. Nobody cares about you. There ain't nothing of value about. Stop it, Cortez. Stop it. Stop. Get back to being the host of the TezDown. Put the guy in the box until May when he gonna come out. Put the guy back in the box, Cortez. Why y'all turn me into that guy? Look, it's hard to keep it down. It's hard to keep it down when you get it started. You don't want to humble me. You want to humiliate me. And I'm not letting you. I'm not going to let you humiliate me. Matter of fact, I will turn it up several notches. You using gasoline. I'm using kerosene. You got matches. I got a blowtorch. And I want to see it burn. I want to see it all burn down.
Push the goddamn button. Push the goddamn button.
Anytime.
You heard what she said.
Anytime.
To this day. To this day.
And if you're mad about it,
you shouldn't have been talking shit.
in our last segment of the day, unless we have time, we're going to see. We have diplomatic entitlement. We're going to hear from Cam'ron and several members of the Diplomats, aka Dipset. Y'all know y'all liked it from back in the day. And about what happens to a group when you have a quote unquote leader who is outshining people a little bit. I haven't watched the whole interview. Let's go.
I say, here go the Benz, here go the apartment, here go the keys, and here go a record deal.
Word.
That's the shit I do.
Word.
No, nobody. Cam is just like, not you. Cam getting on.
Yeah, why you got put out, Zeke? Since you did.
You already know. I was acting free.
You know why he got? You know why he got put out?
I don't see anything that man does. I don't see it. I only know who he exists because of Souls and Classic. If it was not for Souls or Classic, I wouldn't even know that he existed. I would have no idea. I wouldn't know who half of these internet trolls are if those two brothers weren't in my life at all. I would not know who those people were. I would not know. I don't focus on dweebs. I don't focus on lames. I don't focus on emasculated dudes who are only able to throw some money at a problem and hope that it goes away. Because I have gloves. I have boxing gloves. I have boots. I have hands. I have feet. I have no problem with somebody at all other than to tell them,
shut your stupid ass up.
And I have no problem when they have problems with me to just be like, the onslaught continues at all times because I only got one speed. All gas, no brakes.
That's all.
And that's just how it is. I have been this way when I was a kid. I have been this way when I was an adolescent. I have been this way as a teen, as a young adult, and as a grown ass man. I don't think that this will ever go away.
To this day. To this day.
And at the very least, I'm from Chicago. I'm from Chicago, which means that not only can I defend myself this way, but...
Don't you worry about me. I'm a master of martial arts, and I'm also packing some serious heat.
Allegedly. So...
Yes, you did.
We're going to get back to what we was talking about now. I just had to let that be known that I don't see nothing that person does, ever. Ever. I do not focus on that. I am cut from a different cloth. I am cut from a different cloth. But I do see what Cam'ron does.
It's like you, the entitlement. Y'all didn't make sure that he didn't drink. Y'all didn't make sure y'all didn't make sure he didn't drink. All you want to do is use his crib to bring over there. Y'all didn't want to come over there and drink up liquor and do everything else. Run over the motherfucking barricade to get in the building.
You are in rare form today,
instead
brother.
of locking in and saying, Zeke, we need to get this done because this may be our last opportunity, which it ain't. Then
I like when people are in rare form. You keep doing what you're doing, man. You keep doing it. You keep doing it, Cam'ron. I know you don't need my permission. I'm just saying that I support this behavior.
That's what you was doing. Taking it in. This is
They used to buy me the liquor.
Yeah, they used to buy you liquor and then say it's a must.
They didn't lose millions because of hate on the music industry. They lost it because entitlement got louder than discipline. Cam'ron just
y'all heard that? That's a bar right there. And somebody clip it. Somebody clip that. Somebody send it to me. Entitlement got louder than the discipline. They failed because the entitlement was louder than the discipline. Okay, let's keep it going. We're gonna run that back 1 second. We're gonna run that back just a second.
Discipline.
They say it's a must.
They didn't lose millions because of hate on the music industry. They lost it because entitlement got louder than discipline. Cam'ron just said the quiet part out loud. And this isn't about beef or nostalgia. This is about money decisions that never got made and opportunities that got wasted. Dipset looked bigger than life, but behind the scenes, the run was shorter than people remember, and the structure was real shaky, according to Cam'ron. Everybody wanted the lifestyle. Everybody wanted the perks. Too many people forgot that this was a business first. Now, I'm about to let y'all hear this clip for yourselves, but before I do, I just need y'all to like, leave y'all thoughts down below in the comment section, and subscribe. Let's get into it.
Now, back to what I was originally saying, when I was talking about, when you asked me about Latino Dipset, the reason I went through that whole realm is because Digger was my partner, and I was connecting dots, putting everything together, and he was very, very musically inclined and had a really good vision. I remember probably like in 2001, maybe 2000, maybe 1999, I don't even think it's 2001. In about 1999, Digger was like, yo, you know, one of these days, all these tapes and CDs going to be obsolete, and all you're going to need is a computer to get music. And we looked at it like,
it's crazy.
What is you talking about, man? It's a computer. Yeah, he said that shit in 1999. And I remember looking at him like,
hey, again, somebody had a vision and told them about it, and they all laughed at them. They laughed at them because they couldn't understand the vision. Look, guys, we're unpacking more than beef here. I don't care about the beef that people have every single day. We're unpacking more than beef. They laughed that somebody had vision and foresight and could have made them even more money when they could have. All they had to do was listen to the person that had the vision and the foresight. That's all they had to do. That's all they had to do.
What is you talking about, man? Just a computer. Yeah, he said that shit in 1999. And I remember looking at him like, think he the Jetsons, man. What is he talking about, man? He was right. But the reason I bring him up, and the reason I bring him up in this particular conversation, is because when you was talking about Latina Dipset, I was like, we couldn't even get the black Dipset together. You know, we had a great time and a great run, but people don't realize the run wasn't as big as people think. The first Diplomat album came out, even though, let's say the first mixtape came out in 2001. It was over in 2006, 2007. It was over. So we had like a 6-year run, and the movement looks bigger than what it was because we was flamboyant and we were making noise and we dressed good and so on and so forth. But we got really 1.5 Diplomat albums. Everybody else got their solo albums, but it's not like it was a big musical movement as far as us collectively. Joel's got his albums, like I'm on. Joel's got Jim got his albums. Hellrell and JR, whatever. Duke the Guy got 4 albums. but it wasn't moving. Freaky Zeke, sorry, Zeke. My bad. Zeke got his album. That's what I'm saying. When you came home from jail, first thing Zeke come home from jail, I say, here go the Benz, here go the apartment, here go the keys, and here go a record deal.
Word.
That's the shit I do.
Word.
No, nobody. Cam is a suck, not you. Cam no.
Yeah, why you got put out, Zeke? Since you did.
You already know. I was acting free.
You know why he got? You know why he got put out? Because like you, the entitlement. Y'all didn't make sure that he didn't drink. Y'all didn't make sure y'all didn't make sure he didn't drink. All you want to do is use his crib to bring over there.
Yep.
Y'all just gonna come over there and drink up liquor and do everything else. Run over the motherfucking barricade to get in the building.
Yep.
You are in rare form today,
instead
brother.
of locking in and saying, Zeke, we need to get this done because this may be our last opportunity, which it ain't. Then that's what you was doing, taking advantage. This is the
They used to buy me the liquor.
Yeah, they used to buy you liquor and then say it's a must.
Word, it's a must.
It's a must. And you know what? Zeke, I'm gonna tell you one thing that he says. I miss drunk Zeke. This is what he says.
Listen to this.
This is what he says. What kind of shit?
Drunk Zeke.
Knowing how bad it is when he drinks, but this is the shit he missed. Anyway, let me finish my point.
It was a must.
It's a must, yeah. But let me finish my point. If you want to come back to this, we can. The reason the reason I bring Dig up is because all of us were rappers. You know, Jim was directing videos. He turned out to be a rapper. Zeke ended up being a rapper. Jewels is a rapper. Everybody rapper. And Dig had a good business sense. But once me and him fell out, I can't even remember what we fell out over. But once we fell out, I think he wanted, we was doing Dipset, and I think he wanted to start his own company called Six Figure, and Dipset didn't even take off at the time. And I remember we was getting diplomat tattoos, and I'm like, yo, when you want to get a diplomat tattoo? And he's like, when we get some real artists. Because he ain't believing Jewels and Jim at the time.
Damn.
And Jewels to me, he had some.
Yo, how do you look? Could you imagine what Jewel Santana and Jim Jones felt like hearing that the person that was producing and doing the stuff for them did not believe in them as artists? We're talking about Jewel Santana and Jim Jones. That man said to them, to Cam'ron, that when we get some real artists, then we're gonna start worried about it. Now, they might not be as good as my homeboy. You know what I'm saying? They might not be as good as a producers as Mike. They might not be as good of rappers as this guy.
Classic.
They might not be as good as him. What's this? What's this in my inbox? Oh, okay. Oh, y'all said that classic. Okay, Anonymous has sent me a Cash App and said that Classic is better, and they want to hear a Classic song that they haven't heard yet. I'm gonna play this one.
Are you making another beat, daddy?
What up, nephew?
And Genius is my dad.
Hey, Lay. Classic. Bass. Hard times ain't nothing at all. Really come from a struggle. Real. Move around Michael Buffer. Always ready to rumble. All that mean is off the muscle. Y'all can't match my hustle. Screen bucket, that's a cuzzo. Bigger key to no muzzle. Lately I'm feeling exhausted. Think I'm tired of being humble. Cold jaw on the duffel. Chip on my shoulder, you don't want to ruffle. Where I come from, everybody is cutthroat. Could have been dead, I'm just doing what I'm up for. My old homie jumped off the roof. I tried to shepherd, he was nutso. Life, win or you lose. You gotta pick it or choose. Inspired, chose to win. Now went furs on a cruise. The shortest path.
Hey, I don't make music, so when y'all tell me that y'all want a classic song, I'm gonna give y'all a classic song when y'all pay for it, and then split these dividends however I gotta split them. Uncle Plug said it was probably the work ethic than the talent. I mean, I don't know, Uncle Plug. I mean, let's run it back and hear what he said about it.
Once me and him fell out, I can't remember what we fell out over, but once we fell out, I think he wanted, we was doing Dipset, and I think he wanted to start his own company called Six Figure, and Dipset didn't even take off at the time. And I remember we was getting diplomat tattoos, and I'm like, yo, when you want to get a diplomat tattoo? And he's like, when we get some real artists. Because he ain't believing Jewels and Jim at the time. Damn. And Jewels to me, he had some days that he wasn't as good in the studio, but he was always ready. Jim was learning and still getting better and better and better and better week by week. But Digger one of these with no patience. And we all got diplomat tattoos. I said, when we get some real artists. I was like, God damn, man. Did he know a chance? Then he started Six Figure Entertainment. I'm like, damn, that branched off before we even got this rocket. But I think if he was a part of the movement, for some reason we fell out before the actual deal went through. But I think if he was a part of the movement, everything might have went a little smoother because he wasn't trying to be a rapper. We needed somebody in our corner who wasn't just being a rapper or entertainer to sometimes take us out of artist mode to say, look, this isn't going right, or this isn't conducive to what we have going forward, Cam. We need to move like this, move like that. But at the same time, I'm a businessman. This is my first time having a record label. I may have did 100 things wrong versus 20 things right. But I think we needed somebody outside of that. And it wouldn't be Dame, because Dame was just helping us do what we want to do. He had his own label to take care of. You know what I mean? So some people are like, well, why didn't Dame do it? Dame was running Rockefeller. All he did was give us an opportunity to do what we want to do. So that's why we didn't do Dipset, not Casa con Fuego.
This is one of those conversations that hits harder the older you get. I also think fans confuse image with longevity. Looking rich and being financially secure are two very different things. History shows that over 70% of artists signed to major labels never recoup their advances. And that's not because they lack the talent. It's usually because nobody slowed things down to think long term. So let me ask you all this. Do you think Cam'ron was right about entitlement hurting Dipset financially? And do you think Dipset could have moved differently back then to protect the money long term? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section, and make sure you like and subscribe.
Look, guys, let me tell y'all. You know, I'm gonna go in there and say that, but let's read this first. Let's read this first. Let's go. Whenever an artist gets on, they must form their own entity as a producer. The artist is signed to the label, but the producer is not, unless specified in the contract. Hashtag George Clinton. Oh, yeah. Yeah, most definitely. Listen, also, congratulations to my new mods. As y'all can see, y'all have been given mod privileges as part of this chat. As this chat continues to grow, I now need more mods. You know, and I appreciate how great y'all have been coming to every show that I do and every channel. It's like, and the guys that didn't have one, before, you know, I don't necessarily apologize for not giving it to you earlier, but you know, I didn't need that many mods at first. You know, I started a brand new channel. I didn't have any of my Bensters. I didn't have any of y'all that I told you that I was starting this channel. I didn't have anybody from the DDOG podcast, you know, come over and told them that I was starting this channel. I didn't have anybody from Classics channel that I told that I was starting this channel. I didn't have anybody from any other place that you guys have seen me at all over this internet. Delvin Cox, you know, I didn't tell people that I was doing this. I just started doing it because I wanted my own space. And not just that I wanted my own space, you know, I wanted to be able to talk about what I want to talk about when I want to talk about it and not have to talk about the topic that somebody else chose. I have to talk about whatever beef that somebody chose. I have to talk about which athletes that somebody else want to talk about. You know, I wanted to be able to do what I wanted to do on the TezDown and have it be representative of Tez and what Tez does. And I think that I'm doing a pretty good job of that here. If I do say so myself, I'm going to pat myself on the back there. You don't have to, but I will. You know, I got long arms, they reach. Passport Sco said, Jewels was actually a good artist. McKinnon said, oh, hoo-hoo, shit, I'm a moderator now, it's over.
God damn, Jimmy, this some serious gourmet shit.
And if you're not a mod yet, just ask yourself a question. What are you going to do to show me that you are loyal to be a mod?
Why him? Why not me? He's good, you're not. I'm better than him. You're worse.
Show me that you're better. Show me that you're better and that you can do it. You know what I'm saying? I got mods now. You know what I'm saying? And don't do nothing crazy that I wouldn't do.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Into Deep said, we support you. Hey, that means a lot to me, man. I'm all about showing support to people, and I appreciate when people support me. Thank you. I support you too. Classic said, having to add mods is a humble flex.
Classic.
Well, Classic, according to some people, I'm not very humble, but I don't care what they think. So we're going to keep on moving. Thank you for that as well. I appreciate the nice things that you guys are saying about me. Racehead said it's going down. He said that movie was crazy work. Look, guys, if you guys are catching me on the replay, or if this is your first time in here, If you guys have not been a member of any of the other channels that I'm a part of or a moderator on, I have been known to give out crazy life sentences to people who act up in the chat. So if you ever decide to come in here acting up in my chat, just know that my moderators will follow the suit just like I will. They will time you out for 365,000 seconds. They will time you out for 9 years. They will time you out for 200 years. They will do things like that, and they won't care because I don't care to hear your opinion when you come in being an asshole. Basically, you go come in there thinking it was a great time because you saw a creator and you didn't really know him, or if you did know him, you're going to bother him and you're going to be caught off guard. Oops. You walked into somewhere and you didn't know where you was going, and then you got hit by 2 or 3 trains, cars, buses, or planes. You know what I'm saying? A conversation with Soft Rain said 86,000. Ray said 2 centuries later. Exactly. Y'all might not be seen ever again. Yeah, you're in here, but you can't say nothing. You can't say nothing. The mods took care of you. We are building a safe space. You come in here disrespecting women. You come here disrespecting my chat, my mods. You come here disrespecting people's mamas and daughters and sisters and cousins. Ain't nobody gonna hear you say nothing ever again. You're gonna have to make a video about it. You're gonna have to tag me in the video. You talk about it because ain't nobody looking for you. You had to come here to talk crazy. You had to ask to speak to talk crazy. And guess what? They won't unblock you, and neither will I, because I don't care. I'm not in it for that. Look at the whole structure of the show. We didn't do it for that reason. I do it for y'all. I do it for y'all. Each and every last one of y'all. That's who I do it for. And if anything that I said sounded like woofing to y'all,
Shadow, relax, Shadow. Shadow.
I have no problem showing y'all what's going on. My chat don't play. I don't play. My chat don't play. And I don't back down. And when you tell me to do something, I got one answer for you.
No.
No. Because I don't want to. I don't want to. I'm not trying to be on your dating shows. I'm not trying to judge the women on your panels. I don't care. Matter of fact, every time that you try to talk about a woman, this is the and you ask me a question. I mean, I don't know. I don't really have an opinion. It's got nothing to do with Tez. He does not care. That's not why he's here in the space. That's not why he's here in the space. Might start looking at you like this.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah. That's how it works. That's how it works over here. And I'm not here for your drama either. If you got drama, take it up with your people. Take it up in the video game.
Baby mama versus deadbeat daddy.
That's just how it works. That's just how it looks. We got time, y'all. I'm gonna give it to y'all. Y'all wanted it. I'm gonna give it to you because y'all do such a good job of making sure that I'm taken care of. So I'm gonna take care of y'all and give y'all exactly what you want. And look, I do it for y'all. I do it for y'all. It is random story time. Let's go find the random story that we can do, and we're gonna give it to y'all. So y'all let me know if y'all got a random story time that y'all thinking about or what y'all listening to. Y'all let me know. We're gonna type in it right now. Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay. All right, y'all. We found her. Let's go.
He was talking about how a lot of women will date bad guys and it's just a phase. Like, and it honestly is just a phase. Like, I feel like almost every girl has dated a bad boy, you know? The key with dating a bad boy is you're not supposed to, like, get caught up. They're temporary. They're not real boyfriend or even husband.
Wait. You think that when you start dating a bad guy or a quote unquote bad boy, you think that's temporary? Now, I totally understand the adage of you guys not working out in the long run. I totally understand that. But dating a bad boy is temporary. Then why date him? Okay, let's try to find this out, guys. All we got to do is let people talk.
They're temporary. They're not real boyfriend or even husband material. Like, so I never understood when I hear a lot of men talking about, oh, a lot of y'all girls like the Pookies and the Ray Rays, these bad gang banging type of boy. I haven't dated those type of men since I was in high school. And I wouldn't even really call it dating because it just wasn't a date. Like,
no, it was sex.
I haven't really
it was nasty, Mr. Nasty Time. You found Mr. Nasty Time. You caught the itch in the middle of the night, and you called up, Rodney. It wasn't Pookie. It wasn't Ray Ray. It was Rodney. It was Rodney. And Rodney came and showed up to your house to give you exactly what you wanted. Rodney drove all the way to your house, talking to himself about what he was about to do to you. You know what I'm saying? And then Rodney walked straight in the front of your front door, just like Rodney had no problem. And you had no problem with Rodney doing it because you knew Rodney wasn't permanent.
Even been attracted to those type of men since high school. Like, I remember there was this one guy I liked, and I had no reason for liking this guy, but I was a teenager. He had nice, big eyes, like big dark eyes.
Yo. As you guys can see, she is not a teenager anymore, and she is still talking about the bad boy.
And he was cute, but he had a newborn baby. He was 23 years old with a newborn baby living in his mama's house. Like,
again, she was 17, he was 23 with children, and she liked him. Nothing.
And we used to go for walks all the time and talk. And whenever my dad would see me with that man, he would get livid to the point where he did not want me going outside no more. Because I would always be walking and talking to him. Eventually, I stopped talking to him because I realized, wait a minute, what am I doing? Like, this guy has a newborn baby, and I would see him pushing the stroller away.
What are you doing? He's 23 and you're a junior in high school. That's the real question. You're a junior in high school. He's 23 with children. What are you doing? What are you thinking? So am I supposed to just give you autonomy, support your autonomy, or say you're somebody's daughter, stay in the house, and you have no rights? I don't know. Do I save you from yourself with authoritarian leadership, or do I allow you to be free and make bad decisions? I don't know, but I want to protect you. Somebody tell me, please. Somebody please tell me and absolve me and let me wash my hands like Pontius Pilate over here. Let me wash my hands of having to morally make a better decision that might take away somebody's autonomy in this aspect, because I do not know what to fucking do. All I know is I'm trying to help.
His baby and his baby mama. So it's just like, and he was a gangbanger. So yeah, dating Pookies and Ray Rays, dating those gangbanger type of guys, like that's a phase. For most girls, those are phase. Nobody really wants to like stay with those type of men long term, unless you get caught up with them and God forbid you end up having a kid with them. Then you have to deal with them for the rest of your life.
Which happens all the time.
Like,
look at the statistics. There are more single unwed mothers than there are wed mothers.
No, thank you. Haven't done that since high school and don't plan on ever doing it. I remember this one guy in a gang, he liked me. He was trying to pursue me heavy and I was not interested in him because I realized my senior year that those types are not good types today. Like, they're just not. They're going to end up getting shot. They're going to end up going to jail. They're going to end up, you're going to be put in a shitty situation with them. No, thank you. Like, no, thank you. Lo and behold, that guy got shot too, by the way. He's alive, but he did get shot. Like,
she had to let you know he got shot.
I want a boyfriend to one day have a future husband, and I want my future husband to be sound and not like in a gang or freaking with an expiration date on his head because of the type of life he lives. And you know what's crazy? Some of the kids that I've known from high school that were in gangs, so what grown woman is into that type unless they're really insecure and desperate? Like, seriously. I was just watching this girl and she was talking about how a lot of women will date bad guys and it's just a phase. Like, and it honestly is just a phase. Like, I feel like almost every girl has dated a bad boy, you know? The key with dating a bad boy is you're not supposed to, like, get caught up. They're temporary. They're not real boyfriend or even husband material. Like, so I never understand. I hear a lot of men talking about, oh, a lot of y'all girls like the poopies, these bad gang banging
Uppity women now.
I haven't dated.
They want the right to choose. We'll split people on
school, and I wouldn't even really call it dating because it just wasn't a date. Like, I haven't really like even been attracted to those type of men since high school. Like, I remember.
All right. Look, I'm getting her off my screen.
Hours later.
What have you done for me lately? I was referring to fighting a man. I don't fight people with the fallopian tubes, okay?
You know what? But I will say this, all right? I have a problem with this type of behavior. Yes, I do. I have a problem with this type of behavior. And one of the main reasons that I have a problem with this type of behavior and the people that are perpetrating this type of behavior is that there was not a shred of accountability that was taken during this entire conversation that she had with everybody on her random story time. Never once did she say, you know, I shouldn't have done that. Never once did she say, you know what, other ladies, this is a bad idea. Don't do this. Never once did she ever say there's no reason for a 17-year-old to date a 23-year-old when they're a junior in high school. She didn't say this. Instead, she justified it by saying, I don't do it anymore. Shorty, you're not 17 anymore. You're not. You shouldn't have been doing it in the first place. If you're a 23-year-old guy, you don't need to be dating a 17-year-old girl in America because those are the laws. Now, we can talk about nature. We can talk about rules, environments, all that, because they're only going to do what they want to do. Because, again, they have the right to choose for themselves. But, again, there are laws. And if she was decided that she was going to get upset at this gangbanger, which they never do, they never get upset with the guys that deserve it. Why? She said, ew. Passports Go says 17 to 23 is crazy because I wish any of my daughters would. I'm just saying, why aren't you upset with yourself for allowing this to happen? And then you didn't try to do nothing about it either. Yes, there are people like myself who will do something for you to help you in this type of situation. There are people who are making sure that you're safe, but you don't care about being safe. You want to do what you want to do. You don't care about being safe at all. Listen to this.
There was this one guy I liked, and I had no reason for liking this guy, but I was a teenager.
You just said there was no reason to like him, so why you like him?
Teenager. He had nice, big eyes, like big.
He was attractive.
Dark eyes, and he was cute, but he had a newborn baby.
Didn't even matter to her.
He was 23 years old.
Didn't even matter to her.
With a newborn baby living in his mama's house. Like,
she just said like 3 negatives that she instantly said, fine, it's okay. He got all these negatives. I'm going to do it anyway.
And we used to go for walks all the time and talk. And whenever my dad would see me with that man, he would get livid.
Because your dad is not an idiot. If anything, maybe your dad should have done something about it. Like, I don't know, lock you in the house. But hey, can't do that no more. Can't do that no more. The or else is no longer here. So must modify.
Livid to the point where he did not want me going outside no more. Because I would always be walking and talking to him. Eventually, I stopped talking to him because I realized, wait a minute, what am I doing? Like, this
Eventually? How long was that?
guy has a newborn baby, and I would see him pushing the stroller
You're only focused on the baby like it couldn't happen to you.
with his baby and his baby mama.
That means you were the side piece.
So it's just like...
You were the side piece to a PDF file.
And he was a gangbanger.
So how many? Listen. All you got to do is let people talk. She has gave y'all every reason why she should not have been with the guy, except she still was. She knew she was a side chick. She knew he had a baby mama that he was still with. He lived with his mother. He was in a gang. He was 6.5 years older than her. She was a junior in high school. She had to sneak out of her house. Her dad didn't like him. He didn't have no job. He was somewhat cute. And that was the justification for everything. So all you really got to do is be attractive to her. And she will break every rule. Rodney wins. Again, listen, y'all are not trying to convince me that the nice guy ever fucking wins. When does he win? When does the nice, humble, how's it going, guys? How's everything? Everyone's equal in here. When does he win? When does the guy fighting for your rights win? You don't even care about the guy fighting for your rights. You want to break the rules. You want to break the law. You want to do what you want to do. Maybe this isn't everybody. Maybe it isn't. But it's the majority from what I've seen. This is a random story time. I didn't plan this. That's what makes it even sweeter. That's what makes it even better.
Don't you want to live the taste of the glory? See what it tastes like.
So yeah, dating Pookies and Ray Rays, dating those gangbanger type of guys, like that's a phase.
Why did she smile when she said it?
For most girls, those are phase. Nobody really wants to like stay with those type of men long term, unless you get caught up with them and God forbid you end up having a kid with them. Then you have to deal with them for the rest of your life. Like,
she smiled because she would have dealt with them for the rest of her life, and she wouldn't have had a problem with it.
No, thank you. Haven't done that since high school and don't plan on ever doing.
Why you just lie?
I remember this one guy in a gang. He liked me. He was trying to pursue me heavy.
This is a completely separate guy now on this watch through. This is another one. So she has said nothing about a good guy that she's dated. I want you guys to take note. She has not said a thing about a good guy that she's dated. Not a thing. Not a one iota.
And I was not interested in him because I realized my senior year that those types are not good types today. Like, they're just not. They're going to end up getting shot. They're going to end up going to jail. You're going to be put in a shitty situation with them. No, thank you. Like, no, thank you. Lo and behold, that guy got shot too, by the way. He's alive, but he did.
How do you still know what's going on with the guy if he didn't mean anything to you and you knew better than to stay away from him? How do you even know what's going on with him right now? POA, guys. Somebody, if y'all are watching me right now, please put POA in the chat. If you are watching me right now, put POA in the chat, please. I'm not moving off of this until I see people put POA in the chat. And I'm going to tell you, POA means point of access. Point of access. That's what POA means. Now, if I have to explain what a point of access is, and I will, because this is the TezDown, and we not only do entertainment and education, we are the purveyors of your mid-afternoon edutainment. Yes, we are going to entertain, we are going to educate, and it is going to be fun, damn it. Yes, it is. And POA is a good one. Point of access. Point of access is If y'all work at the same job and y'all dated and y'all have to share the same line, wherever that job is, I say line because there's so many different jobs. We understand this. Point of access. He has to go to her desk every day to see her. Point of access. Point of access. Y'all work on the same assembly line. Point of access. Point of access. Y'all work in the same warehouse. Y'all work in the same building. He's your Uber driver every day. Whatever. Point of access. He's your phone number. He has your Snapchat. He has your Instagram. He has your Telegram. He's got you on Discord. He's got you on TikTok. He's got you on X. He's on your YouTube channel. He's on your YouTube shorts. He's on your Instagram reels. He's on your Facebook. You might even have him on Kick. Point of access. If he can see you, he can touch you. And that is why people say they don't want you having contact with those types of people. If he can see you, he can touch you because you've admitted that you let him. You know all about this guy all this time later. Why? You outgrew this, right? You just told us that you outgrew it. So why are you talking about knowing all this stuff about him in the future? I don't know what my exes are doing because I don't pay them no attention at all. I don't pay them an iota of attention. I have no time to worry about my exes or what my exes are doing because they're not important to me anymore. I'm not their man. They don't have no right to none of my stuff. And so I tell them it's time to go. Hit the road.
Yes, you did.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
You don't want zero problems, big fella.
No, I don't, which is why I'm going to continue.
Shot. Like, I want
that was genuine concern she just showed. Look at the emotion she just conveyed. She cares about this guy.
Boyfriend to one day have a future husband, and I want my future husband to be sound and not like in a gang or freaking with an expiration date on his head.
You want that bad boy to act right. Admit it. You want him to act right. You want him to act right. You want him to act right. Just say that.
Because of the type of life he lives. And you know what's crazy? Some of the kids that I've known from high school that were in gangs, so
again, keeping up with everybody. You want the tea. You want the tea. You want to be in the business. You want to know what's going on. This isn't just women that do this. Some of these guys are like this too. Some of these guys would be the child bearers if they could.
What grown woman is into that type unless they're really insecure and desperate? Like, seriously.
You, and you just admitted to it again with the eye roll. All right, let's see what my chat talking about. What y'all talking about in here, chat? I hope y'all not in here lying today. Let's see. We got a bunch of them. All right, let's go. Let's do this real quick. He said, never, not at all. She had to be a single parent in the single parent home. Ray said it's the itch. Roxy said, woosah, breathe. Classic said, gas. Ray said, it too deep. Show you, right? It too deep said, I told my daughter she'll be off my will. Life insurance and trust beneficiary list if she loves money. If she loves money more than boys. Okay, I think I know what you're trying to say there. I think I know what's going on here. What was this? Okay, that's not time. It's not time yet, y'all. He said you could be in the gang and in the streets, and maybe she needs to do some research. Her father Ben told her. He did. Her father did tell her. McKinnon said, kind of what I was talking about, getting married at 18. The majority do not have enough life experience or wisdom to make such a decision. Yes, I am in agreement that it's probably not a good idea to get married at 18. But if both of you are 18, then that or one is 19, one's 18, even 18 and 17, or 18 and 17, 17 and 19, whatever, that may work, especially if y'all met while you were in school. It's called the Romeo and Juliet law. You guys can look it up. You guys can look up the Romeo and Juliet law if you want to. I am not 18, which means I'm not looking for an 18-year-old. I am not even looking for anybody younger than what I said before. And if y'all didn't know, y'all should probably go back and watch the episode, Women Want to Feel Safe or Women Don't Feel Safe, and see exactly how I feel and about why I think that women should get protection from men. I do. They should get protection from men, unquantified protection from men. You should not have to quantify the protection to get it from a man. That is our job, is to protect women. That is our job. Our job as men is to protect women, the fairer of our species. Let us help you. And if we're not doing a good enough job, tell us. Tell us. Our ears are open. We're tired of this. We're tired of Pookie and Ray Ray. Even if we are Pookie and Ray Ray, even if we are Rodney, we still tired of Rodney. I ain't never met two Rodneys that liked each other. Nope. They'd be a competition. POA, she a busybody POA. In my experience, when a daughter is close with her father, outside is more controllable. Get her past 17 and the percentage of her getting caught up is lower. Good luck. I believe that's true as well. You know, proper preparation prevents poor performance. You guys remember the 5 Ps. POA, mind, power, yep. It's 68 outside. Feels like spring. It's 80 here. It is definitely not 80 degrees here in sunny Chicago. It's very sunny, but it ain't 80 degrees. Guys, you know, in this part of life, we have to understand some things. Our actions have consequences, even when we're young. So teach the kids when they're younger that their actions have consequences. Don't go places that you weren't invited to. Don't wish to be places that people don't want you there. And then on top of it, don't try to be friends with everybody, because everybody's not your friend. These are all unalienable truths that we find out as we grow. But there are some children who do listen to their parents, and there are some people who do. There's some children who do care about what their parents think. And if your parent is a good parent who allows you the right amount of freedom for growth and development, don't shout me down for that one. It's a Chicago thing, guys. Sorry. If your parents are those types of people and you raise your kid up, they're probably going to listen to you. If you have a rebellious child who's not listening to sound wisdom, cut them loose. I know that sounds terrible, but if they want to get knocked upside the head, let them get knocked upside the head. Just don't fund them while they're doing so. I know we love our kids so much, but disobedience, especially when you know you're telling them right. Especially when you're not trying to control them, you're just trying to steer them in the right direction to go. I do believe that if you steer your kid in the right direction, most of the time they're going to follow the right direction, even if they make some aberrations, even if they make some mistakes. But that also comes in with the type of friends that you allow them to keep when they're in their adolescence, and you can control it. You can't control what kind of friends they have at an early age. And I don't care what you think about that. I'm going to raise my kid the way I see fit, because I don't want my kid hanging out with your kids. Because your kids are wild, your kids do crazy stuff, and your kids need all types of therapy. I'm not saying that mine wouldn't or may not down the line, but I'm going to do my best to make sure that they got their daddy. And I'm going to do my best to make sure that they're taken care of very well. And I don't think that anybody should be able to argue with that. You raise your kids the way you want to raise your kids. I'll just keep mine away from yours. That's fine by me. What we got in here, chat? We got anything else in here? I think we hit everything we had to hit today. We talked about the World Baseball Classic. Got to see me in a couple of cool looking jerseys. We got to see, me crash out on the haters real quick because I don't care. I like to. We got to talk about Kash Patel versus Cory Booker. We had a random story time. And then we talked about royal entitlement and what really breaks up groups. The real reasons why people can't follow behind the person that has the vision. We talked about that, and I thought it was good. And I think I left some meat on the bone there. I think that maybe another day, or maybe on the Human Experience, if y'all want me and Classic to cover the whole interview with Cam'ron about Dipset, because y'all seem to be pretty into it, I want y'all to put 333 in the comment section, and right behind 333, #Classic. If y'all do that for me, if I get 5 of those, if I get just 5, I will count that as a segment that we're going to do on the Human Experience. And I promised to do that for you. So y'all only got a couple of seconds. Y'all got to the end of the video. If we get to the end of this video that I'm about to play, I don't have 5 of those in there, we're going to do something else. We're going to do what we want to do on the Human Experience. So y'all let me know. Me finding this video bought y'all extra time.
Why you ain't say nothing? I'm only gonna do this once. You always knew I'd make it in the beginning. Why you ain't say nothing? You You believed in me the whole time, for real? Yeah. I couldn't tell. You was around me from the beginning. Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? Seen them hard times couldn't kill me. Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? Stages on moon getting bigger. Now you wanna say something. Been watching my story all winter. Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't call? Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? You was around me from the beginning. Why you ain't say nothing? Stages on moon getting bigger. Now you wanna say something. Put that on my soul.
Yo. All right, here we are. We're towards that section of the video again. You know, I've already done the card. If you guys were in here the entire time, you'll see that I left the card up that said we are the Raw Society Coalition. I'm one member of the 5. I'll put that up again just because why not? I do what I want to do over here. Let's go ahead. There we go. This is the card that you guys should screenshot to get content from us all day. Raw Society Coalition, Classic Codes, Souls of Thought, Uncle Plug TV, Conversation with Soft Rain, the First Lady of the RSC, and myself. You are here right now, live with Tufo from the TezDown. I am Tez. I am the Tez, and that's all that I aspire to be is Tez. So you guys can go ahead and screenshot that and put that in your ledgers and give those guys a follow. Hey, if I put something on the screen for y'all to follow, please do it. It is a recommendation that you should follow, and you can form your own opinions about the creators there. All 5 of us do make up the RSC. We come together like Voltron. I'm going to keep on saying that because somebody didn't like it. So I'm going to keep on saying it because I know they didn't like it. And every time that I say it, they hate it a little bit more. Remember this. If you made me look at you and I didn't try to look at you, I'm going to make sure that you have to remember what it looks like when I look at you. It don't feel so good no more. It isn't ha ha he no more, is it? Nope. We're coming together. The question again, I said, if you guys want me, okay, fine. If you guys want me to in Classic to talk about the entire real interview that they gave Cam'ron, because we only saw about 3 minutes of that interview. That was about 3 minutes, guys. I'm keeping it 100 with y'all. We just talked about it for way longer. If you guys want to see the whole interview, the Dipset interview, or at least most of it, where me and Classic can break that down on the human experience this week. It is Monday after all. Then you let me know, and I'll give you guys another chance at the end of this video, which is a recap of the Singles and Soulmates tour that we did, the Raw Society Coalition tour in Chicago. You meet the whole Raw Society Coalition on there. This is a recap video. At the end, I want to see 333 #Classic if y'all want us to do that interview and to go over that interview with Dipset and what was going on with their group. If y'all are Diplomats, Dipset, Cam'ron, Jules Santana, Jim Jones, and the rest of the crews that were there, if y'all want us to do that.
Why you ain't say nothing? I'm only gonna do this once. You always knew I'd make it from the beginning. Why you ain't say nothing? You believed in me the whole time, for real? Yeah. I couldn't tell. You was around me from the beginning. Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? Seen them hard times couldn't kill me. Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? Stages on moon getting bigger. Now you wanna say something. Been watching my story all winter. Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't call? Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't? You was around me from the beginning. Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't? Stages on moon getting bigger. Now you wanna say something? Put that on my soul.
Why, thank you. Again, congratulations to my new mods. I appreciate y'all for being here every single day. Y'all have earned your wrenches. You guys are awesome. Thank you for taking care of me and keeping me safe while I'm in here. One hand washes the other. Iron sharpens iron. This is the TezDown. I am 24. I am Tez. I am Tez24. And I will see you guys in 24. We do have a premiere tonight featuring myself, G-Moss, and Mikey Famine with special guest appearances for the rest of the crew at the bottom in the chat. That is going to be on the TezDown channel tonight around 7:30, I think. 6:30, 7:30. You guys watch out for the premiere. Hit the like button hit the subscribe. We are on our way to 400 subscribers. Thank everyone for coming in and spending this afternoon with me. Don't forget to stretch. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and see everybody else. I will see you guys with another 24. Put them ones up. I appreciate y'all. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. Maybe we'll do it. Maybe we'll do it. Let's get it. See y'all later.
I'm the Tez. I'm the Tez.
Welcome to the TezDown. Welcome.
I'm the Tez.
Mic check 1 2. Welcome. Welcome to the TezDown. Party time.